And we're going to start the night like this. Sweet land of napalm and unwritten poems of soprano saxophones crying for those whose tears are stuck in reverse and the latest cable TV channel. And I hear the voice of nature whisper, the victory is yours if you want it. The victory is yours if you want it. That's AM from The Last Poets. Welcome, welcome, artists and family. You know what it is. Finally, Thursday night has come back. Pull up a Zoom box, grab a microphone, and get comfortable. It's about to go down. Open mic presented by the legendary, the legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe. I am your host. My name is Elemen2al. Happy Thursday. This is the jump off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. You know how we do. We've been doing this and doing this and doing this for a good amount of time now, y'all. And we're going to continue to do it just that way. Welcome to episode 66. We do this every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, streaming live on YouTube. If you're watching on one of those on YouTube and you'd like to join us in the Zoom, the number's on your screen, 977-539-856. Jump in, join the greatest community in the world. Want to know why I say that? Trust and believe. We're going to show you this evening. We do this week after week thanks to some dedicated folks who pay these bills, all right? So we'd like to thank the New York State Department of Cultural Affairs and the New York City Council on the Arts for hosting our free online events. You can add your energy to the mix with a tax-deductible donation by going to neweurekan.org/contribute. Every dollar counts and is very much appreciated. Make sure you are plugging in with the dopest tech in the Zoomverse, the one and only Ron Mark Thompson, a.k.a. RMT. If you're not down with RMT by now, damn it, you should be. All the way up in the BX. That dude is money, telling you. This is where you can find me, Elemen2al.com. Take out the T, put in the number 2, Elemen2al.com. So many things going on, for sure. Plug in, folks. Tonight's theme, grand proposal, freedom papers, all right? This can mean so many things. Take this in so many different ways. Remember, you have artistic license to do just that. If your artwork is not on theme this evening, that is still totally cool. We are still looking forward to all of your artistic genius, all right? Next week's theme, painting the future. Fingerprints, right? There are artists that have, left lasting fingerprints on our ideas of what art is, right? And what painting the future looks like. So I'm looking forward to all of your incredible genius next week. Check this out, folks. This is the last week in March because next week begins National Poetry Month, right? And we are going to get to it, folks. Listen, I am looking forward to the 30 for 30 challenge this year. I believe this will be year 12, getting close. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. You want to know a 30 for 30 challenge? Check it out. Here's a look at our upcoming themes in April, folks. Right? We're going to have a good time in April, right? There will probably be some extra challenges that come along with those, all right? Because we just want to make sure that we are continuing to spread the energy and continue to inspire you to do what you do. So check it out, folks. Let's get to the rules so we can get to the artistry this evening. Artists, turn your cameras on. We are trying to simulate a live open mic as much as possible. Plus, we love to see all the beautiful exuberance that goes into your performance, all right? As you're coming to the mic, have your artwork ready, all right? However, whenever, wherever your medium is coming from, please have it ready to rock so we can get to it. All right, artists, you got 3 minutes to rock, plus a 30-second intro to let the world know where they can find you, how they can catch up with all the incredible things that you are doing, have coming up. All right, make sure you plug it. And if you put it in the chat, make sure that people know what you're doing so we can continue to build the greatest community in the world. We have reached that time, folks. You know what it is, right? It's explicit lyricists that hang around these parts, right? And those with sensitive ears should be in a place that they can't hear these things anymore, right? May bring about some triggering flashbacks. But the founders of our cafe were major proponents on the freedom of speech, and we will make sure it maintains in the vein of everything we do. Therefore, there is no censorship. Other than any hate speech or any ism that people may use to manipulate, which will not, I said not, be tolerated. Fuck around and get cute and get the boot all the way from the BX. Trust, it's serious in these parts, all right? Thou hast been. This is a true call and response space. After these artists get up here and share a true part of who they are, you will see this pop up on your screen. This is when you get a chance to share all of that energy, all of that exuberance with the world. Don't worry about the noise, y'all. It's the rowdiest night of the week anyway. We're going to make sure it stays that way, all right? So all that energy that you give will be returned to you by these artists. The guaranteed list tonight is closed, all right, because signups begin 24 hours before the show, which would be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. To sign up, you go to neweurekan.org, click on full events calendar, click on the Thursday that you want to get down on, and you need the artist RSVP ticket, all right, not the view, right? Audience, right? You want artist RSVP so you can get on the guaranteed list. Also, make sure you are checking the window stays open after midnight, right? If there are tickets available, make sure you get one, all right? If you're in the tri-state area, make sure you are plugging in with the New Eurekan Bowery Slam. That stage goes hard, man. I'm telling you, it truly does. Shout out J Rose, shout out Luna Rosa. That show goes hard, man. Only sharks in that water. Also, the open mic at the Lower East Side Center. Shout out Supreme. It is so much work, right? They also broadcast that on YouTube. Final Fridays. Shout out Tony McPherson. This is heavyweight work, folks. Right? They're only monsters in those closets. Believe it. As well as Know Thyself, right? Again, we're trying to work on the entire artist to make sure you are writing the type of art that you can be truly, totally proud of. Tonight's list. Oh my goodness. Listen, it's gonna be one of those, folks. So let's get to it. Here's all my rowdy friends here on a Thursday night. What's good people? See some new faces, some faces who are, yeah, let's go. J-Ron, look at that. Whitney Salgado, back in the building. Daughter of Krypton is here. Steve Romanow's here. Let's go. I see you, our inspiration. What's good, man? Let's go. So, as I am posting the list tonight, tonight's list in the chat, where is the guy? Oh, listen, it's been a few weeks since I've seen this dude, and he's similar to another artist that always helps to get your week going in a much better direction. His rhymes are always on time. The one and only Eddie Foreman in the building is setting us off this evening. Let these folks know where they can find you, Eddie. It's always great to see you, man. Come on, set it off.
It's always great to see you too. Thank you for making us feel every color but blue, and keep on pushing on through. And because we love you, thank you so much. Our wonderful host that deserves a toast that never boast. Hello, my name is Ed Potasso and Fit and Fantastic. Please tell me to join my rhyme. 5 sublime. I got 2 short pieces, so I'll take too much time. My first piece is called "The Hope of Freedom." Let freedom ring, while lay liberty sing. Let it spread as water, drowning the marauders, cleaning out the corruption to prop clean productions, melting away the violence in order to sprout non-violence, soaking in all the crazy farms, no more chaos to do harm, to weather away our constitution in order to think of grounded solutions, to feed the mouths of the slaves, growing seeds of supportive engrave, drifting us to another direction, an ocean of collection and reflection. Yes, you! Please plant the tiny seed, the seed of positivity and humanity. Let freedom ring, hope will sprout. Let injustice be mute, evil drought. Hope is inside you, her, him, and we. Don't stop creating a liberating sea. Thank you. And my other one is called Immigrant by Barry Middleton. Can I be American? I was born in Mexico. Can I be American? I hail from Vietnam. Can I be American? I was born in Cuba. Can I be an American? My grandfather was Italy. My mother was France. My uncle was Portugal. My cousin was Russia. My aunt was Tanzanian. Can I be an American? I am English and Scottish and Irish and Puerto Rican and African. Can I be American? I was born here. My eyes are slanted. My skin is brown. My hair is black. I only want a chance for freedom. Thank you.
See, this is why I love when this cat sets it off, because his and his writing just keeps getting unmute yourself. Give it up for Eddie Foreman.
Freedom fan.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, Eddie.
How's it going, Eddie?
Right on.
Doing?
I like that.
Super warm up, Eddie. Thanks.
Yeah, good job, Ed. Definitely getting smoother with it.
Yes, sir.
Right, he stays on it, right, and this is the beauty of the community, right? Again, hearing from your colleagues, them letting you know how much they appreciate your work, Eddie, and we just continue to inspire you, hopefully, to keep doing it, man. Keep doing what you're doing. It works, man, right? He said ocean collection and reflection. Let freedom ring, hope will sprout. Man, listen, water that garden, Eddie, water that garden. Appreciate you, man, for what you do and for continuing to share it with us. All right, coming up next, listen, this incredible artist, I continue to say, his work just has a way of sticking to your bones. The one and only Alan Gary is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, sir. Please, take it away.
And it's always great to be here. Friends, join me on my Alan Gary Facebook page, and you could respond by sharing your feelings. Well, our theme tonight is Grand Proposal Freedom Papers. Well, when you know that to know the truth, you have to see the truth. Well, this is my take on the present state of affairs. Trigger warning for anyone offended by the truth. Here it goes. Do we deserve? Pedophile priests pillage kids' souls, master and slave, times have not changed. Teachers teach rote unending 1 and 1 and 1. If zombies could think, they'd have the same fun. Soldiers soldier on, fighting and dying, all in the cause of Jingo. Purple-haired ladies huddled back home, hoping their numbers make bingo. Amazon's amazing. If Bezos could pay less, it wouldn't faze him. If it bleeds, it leads. The news says it's so. Women are leaders, but still treated like hoes. Animals burn, the rich still have furs. Trump's tower looms large. Fuck the scorched earth. Each generation hates, kills, and usurps. Without fail, the Christ child is nestled in its hearth. What lessons have we learned to prove we righteously deserve the inheritance we received when given life on this earth? Perhaps we have not spent the gift oh so wisely. Time to fess up. We are guilty precisely. Thank you.
I still don't know how you do that, sir. That's your superpower. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Allen. Gary.
If only America could be as truthful.
Yeah. Fess
Well
up.
done, Alan.
For the old and youth. Woo!
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, you know, it just sticks to your bones, right? He said to know the truth, you have to see the truth. He said, I don't know if you want to hear it, but here it goes. I love that. I love that. That's such a storyteller's, you know, just like, I don't know if you, but if it bleeds, it leads. That's right on the money. The rich still have furs. How about that? They fund the programs to ensure that it doesn't happen, but they still keep some for themselves. Crazy. Appreciate you, sir, for doing what you do, sharing it with us. Coming up next, jumping to the West Coast in this building. This cat, man, love when this cat comes through. Been rocking with us for a long time, man, and his work, his work is just. He has so many different styles, man, and I dig what this cat does. The one and only Abraham Kamani is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, man. It is always great to see you, sir. Please, take it away.
Thank you, and it's great to be here. My IG handles is right next to my name on Instagram, so you guys can follow me on Instagram. And I have 3 pieces that are about roughly a minute each, so I don't think I'll go over 3 minutes. This one is entitled Revelations. The cries of silence are merely thunderous storms, striking vocal cords, suffering electric shock, rendering voices speechless. Rain falls from the eyes, but does not land on the tongue. Sealed lips keep it dry, so facts will not be spit out. History lives in a drought. Where ears remain closed, empathy cannot be poured into hardened hearts, refusing to lift their hand and pin down the hidden truth. It is the unsung who must gallantly take charge, flood Earth's rich soil with immortal Black ink prints entitled Revelations. All right. This next one is called Devil's Food. I ate devil's food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner until I was full of evil's guilty pleasure, sin's delightful dark dessert. Caused strong growing pains, burning my aging body, consumed by passions I practiced against my will, dwelling in me, free of charge. Working overtime to earn the maximum wage for committing greed. Death was the salary cap. No raise given after life. Off went my spirit, directly deposited in the bank of hell. Another lost cause added to Satan's savings account. Thankfully, Jesus woke me up from this nightmare with his Last Supper, inducing me to vomit devil's food before sunset. And this last one I just finished writing on Monday. This one is called A Fish Without Water. red ink medicine. My supernatural pen writes down miracles of a fish without water buried deeply in the sand. No one could believe an endangered specimen returned to life outside of his habitat once he was extinct from Earth. But Almighty God revived me in Death Valley with the blood of Christ overflowing on dry land in the hot, dusty desert. Emerging from dirt, my gills, once parched, are now quenched with a newfound faith, sanctifying my spirit, resurrected from the dead. And that's the end of those pieces.
Man, this dude came with the combo, right? Two to the head, one to the body. It is over. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Abraham. Come on, dude.
Thank you guys for listening.
Nicely done. That was fierce tonight, bro. Thanks for bringing it on.
Yeah, I could hear some more of that, especially when you're kicking lines like death was the salary cap.
Right? Right? Those tend to hit people pretty hard, sir. Those are knockout punches. No, that was amazing work for real. Even in the context of what the poem was, like that was a monster, man. Really. Death with a salary cap. No raise after death. That was dead. That worked. Also, Satan's savings account. Like, come on, man. But in the first poem, he also said history lived in a drought. Right? It works no matter where it is. History survives. Appreciate you, Abraham, for doing what you do, man. Always love to hear your work, man. Continues to cook. All right. Coming up next, it's been a while since this artist has come through. Another one of those artists that has been rocking with us for a good while and has done everything that she could to hold up not just our community, but others around the world. PGN member, owns our own open mic. Listen, check in with so many things. Karaoke. Listen. The one and only Finn Bell is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. I like to call her the daughter of Krypton. It is always great to see you. Please, take it away.
Thank you so much, Elemental. It's always good to see you too. Good evening, poets. Before I go into my poetry, I just wanted to put out there, and I know I put this out everywhere, PGN, which Elemental mentioned. We are doing our second season of publishing. We are accepting manuscripts for chapbooks and for full collections, as well as an anthology. And you can go to our website, poetryglobalnetwork.com, to find out about that. Get published, please. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing screen. Oh, you can find me on Instagram, Finn_Bell. I'm going to share something. Yeah, where is it? This is it. That's not it. Oh my, this is not it. Okay, can y'all see that? I hope. Cool beans. Okay, so I want to share first a lot of tiny poems. The first one is a Diamante. Clouds, grayscale to mist white puffs, slow motion picture show playing on the sky's cosmic theater screen. Then a micro poem, watching my liver and white spotted dog cobbling her Dorito bag shaped toy, highlight of my Tuesday. Then a few weeks later, or a week later, I made an inverted or a concave Kelly Loon haiku. A Kelly Loon haiku is 353. I'm sorry, yeah, 353, as opposed to 575, longer traditional Japanese haiku. But I inverted it, so I made it 535. Morning glory's bright head bobs her grim acknowledgement. And then I followed a succession of Kelly Loon formatted poems. Snap of frozen grass, leaf broken. Vernal lips press heat, greet each throaty hum. Bird song comes belated to throat. Recall the refrain. Haunting lilt, mourning yesteryear's unnamed bell heads bloom. Their hymnal bound, spirit aloft. Leave tune unuttered, springtime kiss, time frost, forgetful. And then finally, I wanted to end with a triptych that I did for Women's History Month. Women drop their momentum, they learn instead, forming their nothingness is a way of life, exist as aspirations, a force of what can dissolve smaller and muted down. Testament to pain's history, to open up and begin to become nature, a freak squall reckoning inside their bodies into a shape smaller, insignificant now. We, obscured women. Women exist as testament to pain's history, drop their aspirations to open up and begin to become momentum, a force of nature, a freak squall reckoning. They learn instead what can dissolve inside their bodies into a shape forming their nothingness. Smaller and smaller, insignificant now is a way of life, muted down. We, obscured women. Thank you.
Wow, that was. See, unmute yourself. Give it up for Finn Bill.
That last one,
Yeah.
that triptych that was amazing.
More.
Very nice. Very, very nice. I like that.
Mhm.
Just that you just distill everything down to such essential elements. It's a very, very bracing and pristine experience to hear your poems.
Absolutely. Listen, because of how you put words together, how you use language, you're able to craft something like that. And what was that? 7 styles? Maybe 5. Was it 5, 7? I'm not sure. I think it was maybe definitely 5. But how you were able to make all those poems, those individual poems, sound like an entire piece, right? And it was half inverted, like, yo, that was amazing. Thank you for bringing all of your incredible styles, all of your forms. It was incredible as always. Make sure you are plugging in with Finn Bell and all the incredible things that she hosts on her open mic. Great to see you as always. All right, coming up next, this incredible gentleman here, all right, got his guitar on deck, ready to rock. I'm telling you, whether he's doing comedy or he's singing us a song, this cat's always incredible. The one and only Catman Bill is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Catman. It's always great to see you, sir. Please, take it away.
Well, you're so kind, and thank you for your help today. Well, I didn't know what I was going to do. I was going to maybe do some of my unfunny, dirty comedy, which isn't that funny. But I wanted to just express a continual sociological study that I've been doing now for several years. And I've been studying why most women that wear jeans put their cells in their back right butt pockets. I don't know. I still don't. I don't have any answers, but I've been doing my study very avidly, and I still can't figure it out. But I put my cell in my front pocket, my front left pocket. So I think it has something to do with being left-handed or right-handed. I'm sure of that. And sometimes when I walk down the street, I tap it, and you know, I like to have my cell next to my nutsack, so both are protected at the same time. And anyway, so that's all I have to say about my sociological study. I'm going to do a little song by Reverend Gary Davis. I belong to the band. Hallelujah, hallelujah. I belong to the band. Hallelujah. What kind of band you're talking about? You're talking about that union band. I belong to the band. Hallelujah. 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 I belong to the band. Hallelujah. 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 I belong to the band. Hallelujah. Going right to heaven, gonna sit right down. Ask my Lord for the soul red ground. I belong to the band. Hallelujah. 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 I belong to the band. Hallelujah. 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 I belong to the band. Hallelujah. One of these mornings, and it won't be long, you're gonna call and I'll be gone. I belong to the band. Hallelujah. 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 I belong to the band. Hallelujah. 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 I belong to the band. Hallelujah. Thank you.
Wow.
And now, as I end this, I will be soon adjourning to the kitchen to finish making my 25 pounds of cat food for my ravishing cats. But I'll still tune in and watch you guys, hear you guys while I make my cat food.
Unmute yourself. Give it up for Catman Bill.
Nicely done there, Catman. Nicely done.
Hallelujah.
I love when you do that, sir. I love when you bring out the true sound of your soul and your spirit, man. I see you representing that cat. Know what it is, right? When you sing, man, when you sing the songs, your instrumentation is just it's one of a kind, sir. And I'm thankful that you put in the work and that you share your artistry with us. It's pretty incredible. And so is making 25 pounds of cat food. I'm just saying. But hey, I guess it just makes more sense to do it that way. I have no idea, but I'm sure your cats are quite happy that you make them real food. Appreciate you, sir, for doing what you do and sharing it with us. Okay, coming up next. Listen, where'd they go? I know they were there. They are. This artist came through last week and put in some work, right? And listen, clearly they have come back to put in more. Hopefully this time it didn't cause you to miss your dance class, because we want to make sure the whole artist is getting it done. The one and only Rebecca is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you again. Please take it away.
Thanks so much. So I put in the chat my Instagram, and then I have 2 self-published books. So I put the link that you can get those at. I let my ballet teacher know that I would be taking a minute to sign up, and she was like, "It's fine." So Yeah. All right. So, all right. If we live in the land of the free and the home of the brave, why am I so afraid? In order to cope, I attempt to hope, but the earth is on fire and my future is dire. Our future is dire. Dreadful, deadful, death filled. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of greed. Greedy hands grabbing for more money, more fortune, more fame. So many greedy hands sinking in quicksand, sinking deeper into despair, but who really cares? Only those who aren't rich white man, we minoritized people doing the work like we've always done, out here being denied help, freedoms taken away day after day, freedoms being denied, and I'm here living on the land that used to be free and the home of the graves, afraid I am next. Poem.
Okay, that's how you come through. That's how you come through, putting in that work. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Rebecca.
That was nice, Rebecca. I like the ending. The home of the used to be free, the land of the graves.
Yeah. I really appreciate the fact that you came through and brought what you needed to bring, right? And we're here for it. Listen, we're here for all the rowdiness, Rebecca, just so you know, right? Shout out to the ballet teacher, too. Listen, the fact that you come through, right? And like Abraham said, right? That wordplay on that, listen, that's, I believe wordplay is akin to swordplay. So just saying, like, that was very, very nice. Truly appreciate you. Again, welcome to the greatest community in the world. You know what this is now. So great to see you. All right. Coming up next. Yo, this cat right here, man, been rocking with us for some years. Love this cat's energy. I love the way that he just embraces his artistry and he shares it with us every time. The one and only Goldberg is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, Goldberg. Please take it away.
Great to see you too, Elemen2al. Find me at Gorbensky on Instagram. And the victory is yours if you want it. That's the quote that Elemen2al gave at the beginning of the show. What a great line. But how do we get to victory? Or at least, how do we get to peace? So the poem that I'm presenting tonight is titled Sane Peace Proposal. The war continues, but Ukrainian defenders continue to fight back against brutal invaders. Today's barbarians are fighting, making profit. The cities are destroyed. Is there a way to stop it? You're hearing my proposals and argumentation. I want to thank you for constructive conversation. Now come to Russians with a according proposition. Tell them the ball is on their court. These are conditions. Here is a carrot. Here's a stick. What's your desire? I wrote this poem to uplift and to inspire. Now Russians want to get around the peace deal, trying to blame Ukraine for it, and they continue lying. But when they're contemplating any new deceptions, Ukraine will strike their cities, making no exceptions. They have two options that are there at their disposal. But if they choose to disagree with this proposal, Ukraine will strike them, and it will be really painful. More weapons will be given, and it will be helpful. There was a grand proposal made at recent summit. Ukraine accepted peace, but are they ready for it? But they may say that they agree, then start rearming. If they'll put troops run to the front line, it's alarming. And for it not to happen, there must be deterrence. We're scolding Trump, but guarantees are what we wanted. These are the things that we must have for now and later. Before we will be signing any needed paper, there must be ceasefire. But if we don't feel safer, there must be dire consequences for dictator. Thank you.
See what I'm saying? This dude puts in that work in his work. I'm telling you. Unmute yourself. Give it up for the Goldberg.
Yeah, every line in that poem was like such a concise equation, taking to task all this crap that's just making itself over obvious.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, the realism that you always bring to your artistry, right? Like you can hear the things that you're describing. You can feel the heat that you're describing, right? And I'm thankful that you are here to speak for folks who have, like we all do, our brain to think, and we use it in the best of ways. He called them brutal invaders. You can't see them that way. It's probably because you're on the wrong side. If they choose to disagree, like, right, we're talking peace talks, right? More weapons will be given. Like that's a given, right? And that's a problem. More weapons will be given. There must be deterrence. Indeed. Indeed. I appreciate you for doing what you do and sharing it with us. Your energy is always felt, sir. Thank you. Really, thank you. All right. Coming up next, all the way across the pond, the most eloquent writer I know. This gentleman continues to come through. I'm telling you, like, I really just want to call this dude Dr. Love. But he just does it so well, man. I'm telling you. You're about to find out. The one and only Lantern Carrier is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Thank you, my brother. It's in the chat. Loosely speaking, there's nature's freedom, collective freedom, soul freedom, and self-discovery, the conscious and inseparable oneness of the soul with its divine source. Collective freedom is based on justice. Laws are modes of conscience crucial to state and society and the basis for orderly human living. Without collective freedom, some seek selfishness in a democracy, invariably trampling upon the liberty of others. Freedom is enshrined into declarations and charters to ensure the regulation of selfish actions and equal treatment for all. No race is born enslaved, and all beings are rays of love trying to live amidst challenging pendulums of struggle. Some ethnicities do so against a history of discrimination and exclusion, creating ghettos of segregation, leading to massive poverty, alienation, and anomalies in their quality of life. This instills fear, loneliness, and insecurity, where ultimately no one benefits, but leads to uprising and unrest, as many seek freedom. Freedom papers are documents set by law, given certain powers, granting freedom to the enslaved seeking emancipation. These are free souls taken from the various homelands by force, largely Africa, brought to the West across transatlantic and sub-Saharan journeys to help build the vast empire of Western nations. One West African woman, Rosalie, tried to free herself around 1785, and this became a catalyst for so-called slaves using the legitimacy of documents to help secure their freedom, dignity, and respect. Rosalie's case happened during the three great anti-racist struggles of the 19th century. The Haitian Revolution, the French Revolution of 1848, and the Civil War and Reconstruction in the United States. A great stir of emotions was happening at that time. Freedom papers were signed by mayors or other officials, sanctioned by the state and referred to the name, date of birth, occupation, owner, etc. of the enslaved. Some hated this idea, arguing that they were not pieces of property to be bought and sold against their wishes, that these papers violated their basic rights as citizens and was inconsistent with the laws of the United States. James Madison, Alexander Hamilton, and John Jay et al. Played a huge part in encouraging liberty by writing the Federalist Papers in 1788, regarded as one of the most authoritative sources on the meaning of the Constitution. Today, freedom is still lacking, and African leaders are emerging to fulfill our destiny, throwing out oppressors and marching towards sovereignty, equality, freedom, and justice for all. Lantern Carrier, thank you.
Yo, like his poem just goes like down the Nile River. Like I just don't know how he does it, but he does. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Lantern Carrier.
Man, right on. Say it loud and say it proud. Well done.
Yeah, I really like these pieces you do, Lantern, that are this kind of exposition, this expository writing that's part consciousness raising, part meditation, part history lesson, and then you always have this kind of multiple cathartic moments through the whole piece, and how you have this skill for encapsulating something so broad in a kind of short piece of writing. I don't know where you get these skills, but I certainly envy them.
Thank you, thank you. You honor me, thank you.
Listen, listen, folks. This is what he does, right? This is why we say this, right? And again, it's wicked late where Lantern is, right? But you have to hear the breadth of his dedication to our community and to our craft, right? He does this for real, y'all. It doesn't matter where you find Lantern Carrier, he does that every time, for real. Thank you for doing what you do, sir. For being as generous as you are to share it with us. We truly, truly appreciate your work. All right. We'll go 3 more, and then 3 more artists, and we'll go to halftime. Coming up next, yo, where you been, kid? Where you been, man? Yo, this cat right here, man. This next artist, man. Knowing this cat for a good while, man. Love this cat's work. Man, this dude, he's so serious about his work, man. And I'm glad I've been seeing him on some stages, man, getting in that work too. It's been a while since you rocked with us, though. But welcome back, Kayvon in the building. Man, it's great to see you. Let these folks know where they can find you, man. You know what it is. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kayvon. You can find me on Instagram at Kayvon the Poet. My poem is about the MTA. Taking an MTA train is a unique experience on its own, with unpredictable behavior that has made me laugh and groan. Passengers make their grievances vocal as the express train becomes local. On most days, the express is the faster way, unless there is a delay. Those who believe in God share their religious jargon while Kenny sellers walk through train cars looking for riders who want to bargain. I either sit or stand around people I don't know who watches or ignores an impromptu show. I take a seat while someone uses 3 like it's a bed instead. I once heard that a train ride can either be a mission or an adventure, but this depends on how you see it. Like life, it's important to have a clear view of your destination for how you see fit. While everybody is moving and trying to find their own way, it's just another day taking the MTA. If you have taken a train before, you have heard this for sure. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Thank you.
That cat said, just another day on the MTA. Like, you need to make sure you capture that, man, for real. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Kayvon.
Woo! Nicely done, man.
Yeah, I can really identify with those sentiments.
Standing around strangers is crazy. It is.
Yeah, you can make a nice blues tune out of that one.
There you go.
Right? That, as soon as I heard him say that, I'm like, oh my goodness, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We need to make sure we got that. Send it to the neighborhood musicians. That's gonna be a heavy one, right? Think about how many folks in our community have train stories. Like, come on. He said, as the express train becomes local. like while someone uses 3 as bed, just another day on the MTA. Man, you better be careful with that, man. MTA might try to steal that from you. For real. For real. You'll see it on commercials next. Be like, damn it, that was mine. It's great to see you though, man. I hope everything is good with you. Continue to get on the stage, man. Continue to work on your work. Definitely. All right. Coming up next, this artist continues to come through. Listen, so glad that Philly is doing good to you, being good to you, good for you. However, the work that you've been sharing with us since you have made the transition over to Philly has definitely shown us that you haven't missed a step at all. So we are always looking forward to what you have to share with us. Please, the one and only Dr. Z Page in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Please, take it away.
Hey all, I'm Z. You can follow me on Instagram at zpagepoetry. It's in my Zoom name if you look there, if you want to follow. This are 2 pieces I wanted to do. Elemental mentioned Eulantra last night. I should be getting a manuscript together, and I look back at everything I started writing, and this was like the first poem I ever really shared with anybody. And it's concept of freedom and liberation, and the second one's a lot about confinement. And this poem has like a special meaning to me because actually, literally while I was writing it, I realized to myself, oh, holy shit, I'm transgender. And when I finished writing it is actually when I came out as trans and said those words to the first person in my life. So it does have a special place for me. It's called She, but she's spelled like this because I remember when I was in high school writing papers and you had to use pronouns, I could never decide which one to use. So I always used that in my high school English papers. She smells perfume, but cannot wear it. She does it in secret. She adores pink, but is entangled in blue. She rebels. Forced to disrobe the dress she wears, she defies. She pleads, it is my life, not only a scent. It is my life, not only a color. It is my life, not only a garment. She washes off her perfume, water smearing her blush, her dress at her feet. She remains a woman. She sees herself. She is not defined by a scent or a color or a garment, yet she wears them. And they see her. They snarl, they stare, and they shame her. They plead, this is your life. It's only a scent. This is your life. It's only a color. This is your life. It's only a garment. She listens, yet she will not remove her fragrance nor adorn a faded color. She wears these clothes because she does it for herself. And the next one's called Caged. And I wrote that having a hard time during my transition when I was hospitalized in a psychiatric inpatient facility. Pacing holes over and over, insanity. Hopeless walls escape my wails, a neutered animal unheard. Stained lighting disrupts my dreams, bleeding nightmares petrified. Hugging pictures of life, separated by pains, desperate. Moments allowed with family, every game solitaire, alone. Counting countless patterns, monotony is routine, listless. Torturous imprisonment, tired, fighting, betrayed. Harsh footsteps march to psychotic hymns, the refuge of the discarded, deprived. And then when I was discharged from the hospital, I got this tattoo, which was my first ever tattoo. And it has in script, it's the gender identity symbol with the trans pride flag, but you probably can't read it, but it says she does it for herself, which is the ending line of the first poem I read. Thank you.
You know, this is why I love artists, because we go all the way in when we go in. Unmute yourself, give it up for Dr. Z Page.
Thanks again, Doc, for bringing your work here. It's just a privilege to hear you, and thanks for trusting us to be, your hearership. That first piece, I was really struck. It was such a wonderful technical piece of writing from the standpoint that you combined like a third person, first person, and omniscient viewpoints all in that one piece. That was really kind of instructive to me.
Love your vulnerable courage, Z Page. Thank you for bringing it all to us.
Indeed. The breath that you breathe into your work, since you become a member of our community, it's, again, you made an impact not just on the virtual stage, but on the real stage, right? And that just lets us know that it's absolutely real, right? That it's okay for us to love you as an artist because you're absolutely real with it, right? And every time you write absolutely real work, right? With the passion that it deserves. So, when you come at it and say, it's my life, not just a garment, and then to be here reading that and writing even more poetry, it means you stepped on the right path and you've been on it for a while, right? In that second poem, I've been to a place I like to call the dungeon, and I love how you said the boots march to a psychotic hymn. It's something about that. It'll lull you right to sleep, for real. Thank you for doing what you do, and for continuing to share it with us. Really, truly, thank you. All right, one more artist, and we're gonna go to halftime. Coming up next, this incredible artist. Listen, when this cat comes through, man, you can expect lots of things. It's definitely going to be an experience. Came to do lots of things, but did not come here to tap dance. The one and only Baba Ngoma is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, God. Please take it away.
Yeah, I put all that in the chat. It's good to see all of y'all. I might have done this poem before, but I don't remember. But here it is anyway. Nobody knows the trouble I see. Nobody knows my sorrow. Nobody knows the trouble I see. Glory, hallelujah. 'Cause The Statue of Liberty is pissed. The Statue of Liberty is pissed. She's got "Give me your tired, your poor" tattooed at her feet. But originally, there were chains around her ankles. They still remain. That's why Trumple Skin Thin has the nerve to say immigrants ruined the country. I guess he cut class when the truth was told that we are oppressed nationalities. The world is full of oppressed nationalities. War is profitable, so the dispossessed still struggle to own their own tomorrow. Ignorance tried to crucify democracy, but she refuses to die. So we're at the dollar store, where everything costs $2, wondering how much this balloon of inflation can stand before it explodes. And I'm thinking about a world without TV. There are so many starving, displaced from their homes by the rocket's red glare, who never knew what Xbox was like. Now the children are quick on the trigger finger, practicing for never-ending war. When their world is demolished, yesterday will never be again. Struggling for existence as we ponder the future might be, since a world war seems inevitable. The news makes Revelation seem like a fairy tale, and everyone is depending on hope. But hope is lost, destroyed in Gaza, as professional victims act like Hitler. The Fourth Reich seems like a house party, and Armageddon is much more than a Bible story waiting for reality. Maybe Elijah was right. Sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm down. Oh, yes, Lord. Sometimes I'm almost on the ground. Yeah.
And look, can't come through chanting on folks, man. Just come on. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Baba Ngomo.
Yeah, more. Ignorance tried to crucify democracy.
I like that one. That was beautiful.
That was great.
Chains are still there.
Yes.
That's powerful, man.
Thank you.
Dude, like the way that you just come through with all, like, I just love how you speak for your generation so loudly in every language that was every dialect, right? Where people exchanged information. The way that you write your poems, the way that you inject that singing, it definitely just takes it to another floor. It really does. Listen, there was a couple of, if you don't mind, Barbara, we need a clarification on that line. Trumple fish skin, Trumple thin skin. Like, please put that in the chat so we can do. Like, that was just incredible. You said we're still struggle to own their own tomorrows. We're at the dollar store where everything costs $2. Like, for real. You said kids are quick on the trigger finger. That they made movies about that. It's called Ender's Game, right? Where war only feels like a game. It's no different. It just blips on the screen. Yesterday will never be again, right? Indeed. Man, I appreciate you and all that you do, God, for the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that you always share with us. Appreciate you. Before we move on, we are going to pass it to the dopest tech in the Zoom verse. Stu and only Ron Mark Thompson, aka RMT. If you're not down with RMT by now, damn it, you should be. Ron, all the way up in the BX. How you doing this evening, man?
Sorry, I'm feeling okay. Thank you, Elemen2al. Great theme, freedom theme, as I'm zooming in from the Bronx, from a rainy, stormy Bronx. And I believe and Baba and Goma, it's he meant a Trumpelstiltskin, which is based on Rumpelstiltskin, that fable, you know, I believe so. You know, I saw some other Zoom chat. So thank you everyone for participating, for, you know, communicating with each other in the Zoom chat, for bringing your poetry, your music, your performances here. I am Ron Mark Thompson, the tech assistant here in the background in Zoom, and I also work in the program and operations team at the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Even though we are, our building itself in the Lower East Side in Manhattan is closed right now, we are continuing our off-site programming until the reconstruction has been completed next year, and we will reopen. Elemen2al mentioned that, you know, we host our New Eurekan Bowery slams on Mondays. Next week is the final Friday slam, last Friday of the month. We're gonna have a teenage open mic coming up next weekend in Manhattan. So if you are in New York City and you have teenage children or nephews or nieces, bring them there. That's a great way to introduce them to open mic. And even though we are co-sponsoring that event with Rightopia Labs, we are actually not hosting it. It's the teenagers themselves that are hosting it. So they are, you know, not only getting wonderful skills performing, but they also, you know, learn skills on how to host in-person events. So FYI, just go to our calendar, you know, to check everything out. Also, I want to remind everyone that Elemen2al has introduced us to a new exquisite corpse poem. There was an access issue earlier in the evening. Elemen2al was able to fix this. And if you refresh or close and reopen the Google document, you can proceed with adding your own lines to it. And as we did 2 weeks ago, Elemen2al will read the poem at the end, I believe at the end of the guaranteed list, before we get into the good luck round list. Now, I do recognize that many of us here are not physically in New York City, including our host, but that doesn't, you know, prevent us from continuing to participate in New Eurekan Poets events. We appreciate everyone, no matter which state or country from the planet Earth you are zooming in from. And of course, every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, we present the online open mic hosted by Elemen2al. If you want to get your artist RSVP ticket, those open up 24 hours prior to that at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday. If for any reason you accidentally ordered a viewing RSVP ticket, and but you meant to perform, either email Elemen2al or me to let us know, so we can cancel that ticket order and you can reorder the artist RSVP ticket, or just leave it, come to the online open mic here and ask to be in the good luck round, which we will present at the end of the open mic. So we will honor everyone who would like to perform today, including the newcomers. We see you. We are happy that you're here. If you got inspired and you want to contribute your own poem or stories or comedy or music, let us know in the Zoom chat and we will add you to the end of the list at the end of the night. Also, we do, as Elemen2al mentioned, present a meditation and poetry writing workshop. Charlie Vasquez hosts that one, first and third Saturday of the month. Tickets are $10. That's in Zoom, so you can zoom in from anywhere in the world. Next one is April 5th. Which is the first Saturday in April. You can get your tickets now already at our ticket site, neweurekan.org/calendar. We also present our slam workshop. Tony McPherson, as Elemen2al mentioned, Tony hosts our final Friday slams. He is also very involved with our slam team. He coached them last year to represent the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. And currently, every second Tuesday of the month, he presents and facilitates the poetry slam workshop. That one is free, thanks to grants from Poet and Writers and our other sponsors. So if you would like to participate in that via Zoom, go to our ticket site in advance and RSVP for your free ticket. On on our YouTube channel and Facebook page, we also have all of the Beatniks on the Road episodes from last year, our featured poets. So, and those are for free, no tickets needed. You can watch them at any time. And that's also a good segue to our YouTube page. If you haven't visited yet, if you haven't subscribed to it yet, subscribe to it so you will never miss out on any new content. If you go to the video section, you will see the Beatniks episodes from last year. You will also see other special events, one-time events we hosted, as well as artist highlights from different performances from our in-person open mics. And if you go to the live section, that's where you will find all of the past, including tonight's online open mic. Also, all of the live streams of the in-person open mics at the Lois Sider Center, which are held on Wednesdays, which include the Women Orator Wednesday open mic. And if you go to playlists, there you can see everything categorized: online open mic, in-person open mic, Beatniks, including the previous Beatniks episodes from before 2023, which we held hybrid in the cafe and online. And last but not least, here are all of our social media links, our website, our social media platforms. I put our executive directors media links as well as our host Elemen2al. They always post, both of them post content and information about the New York Poets Cafe each week, or go to our link tree to see all of the links. And of course, if you want to help us out with donations, you may go to newyork.org/contribute. We try to keep most events free, which obviously we can't. We do have operation expenses. So we thank our sponsors and all the donors who help us out each week and each month to keep our programming alive. And on that note, let us go on to our next performer, another regular here, zooming in from a rainy, stormy New York City. I hope you're doing okay. Osho Nguyen, it's good to have you back with us. If you are able to unmute yourself, please proceed to do so. And then we can hear from you. Osho Nguyen, let's make sure. Is everything? Yep, here we go. Okay, can you hear us?
I'm going to come turn this computer down. I hope it doesn't keep you all from hearing me.
Nope, we don't hear the echo, so he did it just in time,
Okay,
so thank you for doing that. Okay, welcome back, everyone, Osho Nguyen.
Just a couple of quick explanations before I do my poem. I took a hint from Ngoma. I put my information in the chat. I'm going to be talking about Oshun, which is, I think, for me anyway, being an Oshun priestess, is the perfect addition to National Women's Month. Oshun is an Orisha, and you'll hear more about her in the poem. But also, you're going to hear me say Olodumare. Olodumare is just one of the many Yoruba names for Almighty God, the being that brought everything into existence. Shango is our deity of thunder and lightning and justice. Ogun is our iron deity. First and foremost, the deity of justice and truth, and then iron, and then last down the line, which everyone forgets about, is war. Everyone can say he's a god of war first. It's not true. So I'll be making these references in my poem. And if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up with my information. Okay, question is, do you know my mother? Do you know my mother? Really know my mother? Oshun, Iyalode, Olomoyoyo, Ibukole, Ibanla, Iwuji, Yeyikere, Ololodi, Ladekoju, Yemoro. There are not enough names to describe her essence. Do you know my mother? There's no life without mother. There's no life without water. Omio, Oshun, my mother Oshun is both. She has many facets, but first, she is mother. She is love personified. She is conception, the beginning of life, the kiss of sperm and egg. Her children take root deeply. Do you know my mother? She wears the blood of her enemies and her children's enemies as her rouge. Her brass knives cut out the tongue of the gossiper. She's the queen of the EME. She unleashes dark ashe on those that torture her children. She is the protector of virgins. She has hives of killer bees that do her bidding. She commands 51 male warriors, her children, born in her river, an army of fighting hunters. She fights in song and wins. Her weapon is an empty calabash. Her victory is always certain. Do you know my mother? The only woman sent from heaven to earth when Oludumare sent the Orisha to earth to settle for human beings. The other male Orisha could do nothing without her. They had to beg for her help. Her ashe makes everyone else's work. She nurtures the baby in the womb. She cools Ogun's iron. She cools the earth after Shango's visits. She waters Owatsala's snail. She forms his clay. She freshens the kola before divination. Without her, you can do nothing. She is water. She cannot be controlled or contained. Her patience is infinite and legendary. You know my mother? Her crown is Iwapele, cool character, and Iwarere, good character. Her mirrors are not for the confirmation of her beauty, but to send evil to sit back in the laps of those who sent it. Her fans send healing winds to all. Her medicine, the water from her river, cures a child, and she doesn't charge the father. She speaks in honey, smiles in honey, heals in honey. There is no one sweeter. Do you know my mother? Ora ye yeo oshun ashe.
Listen, anytime the priestess comes through, it's a blessing. And then she had the nerve to tell you. Unmute yourself, give it up for Oshun. Yo, yeah.
Wow, the show's over. There's no more complete tribute than that.
Well, if you didn't know who Oshun was, I hope I gave you all a very good idea now.
Oh yes. We definitely heard the thunder roll in those verses. Because of how you and then yes, right? Lantern's on it up, right? Do you know my mother? Like I love how that was the anchor in that poem. Do you know my mother? Because everyone in here can say that about their mothers. Like, do you know my mother? You might not want to do that. Do you know my mother? Right? And I love the fact that you and use so many different dynamics in that, right? Cut out the tongue of the gossiper. She is love personified. Without her, you can do nothing. Her victory is always certain. Cool character and good character. Just think that's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing it with us and always holding it down as one of my spiritual advisors. Thank you. Thank you for doing what you do. All right. Listen, let's make sure we are showing our love to Ron Mark Thompson. All right, Zach Cat really does a lot behind the scenes, folks. Right, like he really does a lot, man. I can't thank you enough, Ron. Truly appreciate you, man. All right, coming up next, yo, this incredible artist, poet, playwright, pushcart nominee, author of Four Crescents, Evaporating Rage. This is like one of my favorite poets in the world, man. Because of how he does what he does. The one and only Mathematics is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, man. It is always great to see you, Maestro. Please take it away.
Well, thank you so much for that intro, Elemental. I'm sorry I missed y'all last Thursday. Technical issues on my own, but here I am tonight, and this is where you can find me most Thursdays. All right, here we go. Got two pieces. Used to wear fear, like cologne. Smell me from across the room. Palms sweating, feet mired in rabbit holes. No grace hiding in plain sight. Looking for ways to sabotage myself, to make excuses, to be invisible, to be uninvited, to disappear to deny myself, to be unworthy, to be incomplete, a shadow of a thought, when I am all that I am, a triumph over mind and media, no parts missing, as whole as the totality of the universes. I am as present as sound and its echo. I am air. I can breathe. Next piece. Waking dreams. Falling out of clear blue skies, catching the meteors before they explode, transforming them to falling stars, surrounding Mother Earth and Father Sky like a shield of invisible armor, catching the flaming stardust in the palm of my heart, transforming universal juju to an elegant, eloquent plasma, injectable, transfusible through arteries como ríos hasta los charcos de Borinquen. Feelings fly like spit off the grito. Silent llantos echo across the shadows on the horizon. Actions like primal instincts, living an unworded field manual for the apprentice watching how it's done. Needs fulfilled without request. Superpowers born out of filial piety for ancestors. Vulnerable to the flows of life, yielding control over outcomes. Faith in what Father knows best. Before and after we're gone, vacating the premises for the joy and the miseries that follow in the wake of a love supreme. Peace.
And then he took the coal train home. This guy right here, man. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Mathematics.
Man, that makes you think. It makes me think. It makes me glad to hear it. Thank you.
Sure does.
Yeah, stardust in the palm of my heart. That last piece you did, Norm, was such a wonderful mix of things that were very imagistic and material and tangible with really beautiful ideas and concepts. I just really admire when people can work that into a poem because it gets your sensibilities firing on all those different levels. You know, it's a very full and rich kind of poetic experience.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Thanks for feeling me like that, Paul. I really appreciate that coming from you. Thank you.
Yo, we will get to our resident Gilgamesh later this evening, but this is what he does. And I believe that we all benefit, again, from hearing our colleagues, but, you know, when the Jedi Master, you know, shares his feelings, because listen, he's got he's got skin in this game. Rumpelstiltskin, if you will. He's got skin in this game. So, still, you know, listen, Math, how you use words, right? You are deadly as a fencer with a saber in his hands when it comes to these words. And I just love how that just spoke to me. The first line, right? I used to wear fear like cologne. Man, I'm upset that I didn't come up with that line. I'm a triumph over mind and media, as present as sound and its echo. In the waking dreams, yeah, that was just heavyweight work, right? Catching the meteors before they explode and catching the flaming stardust in the palm of my heart. Like, be careful how you say that stuff, man. You have people falling in love with you and thing, and you know, trying to dig into your savings account. Appreciate you for all that you do, man. It's always great to see you, sir. Truly. All right, let's keep it going, y'all. Coming up next, all the way out in the LBC, This incredible artist, I said last week, right? It should be Simon, Garfunkel, and Elkins. I like to call this cat not only our resident, but our generation's folk singer. The one and only Bill Elkins in the building with the sirens right on cue, too. Let these folks know where they can find you, Bill. It's always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. You can find me at Instagram, Midwestern Bill 51, among other places. Anyway, I'm going to do a song. I'm planning to go on a trip to Paris, which is my favorite city in this whole planet. I've been there many times, and I hope to go there again soon. Anyway, I'm going to sing my love song to Paris, Jean Paris, which I hope you'll like. Excuse me here. Okay, here we go. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jamboree, singular city of hopes and dreams, fills me with yearning, so mystical and true. Rising at daybreak, Latin Quarter to La Maran, stop for espresso and croissants. An exhilarating morning indeed, a most delightful place to be. La 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 la. Jean Paris, Jean Paris, artisan city on the Seine, Boulevard Saint-Germain to La Dumago, sipping hot chocolate under chilly autumnal sky. An exhilarating day indeed, a most delightful place to be. La 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 Jean Paris. La 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 Jean Paris, Jean Paris. La 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 Jean Paris, oh Jean Paris, city of music, art, and bohemian life. Les Troyens at the Bastille and Norma at the Gunhill, late night cafe dinners and a stroll along the Champs-Elysees. An exhilarating evening indeed, a most delightful place to be. La 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 la, la la la, la la la, la 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 la, la la la. La la la, Jamboree, oh Jamboree, land of Belial, Sartre and Camus. Vibrant cafes, stimulating banter and jazz, discussing Nietzsche's will to power, or espresso and croissants. In an intellectual haven, indeed, a magnificent place to be. My city of all cities, Paris. Thank you, everybody.
No, I mean, listen, I would think even a city can fall in love. When you start singing the things like that, they are pretty susceptible to falling in love. I'm just saying. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Bill Elkins.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill. There was a really great coda you did on the guitar to end that piece, too. I'm thinking if you've been to Paris so many times, you could come up with a part 2, I'm sure.
I could, just like I could come up with a part 2 for the Orange Orangutan, which I'm going to do.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes. Thank you, Paul. You're right. Paris is there's so much richness to the experience over there. Architecture, music, art, you name it. There's so much there.
Oh, yeah, the museums are just unbelievable.
Best in the world, I think. They really are. Even though you got to pay to go in there, unlike the UK where they're free.
Yeah, but if you're from here, you're only going to see the Mona Lisa once.
Well, that's it. Yeah, there's more interesting stuff there than that one. Although that is the longest line. I don't know why, but it is. Anyway, thank you, Paul.
It's the most recognizable, for people, right? They've all heard that in some form or fashion, even though it's not as big as they zoom it in to be. It's quite a small painting. It's not very large. It's just not. The way that you love Paris, the way that you tell your stories. I forgot to mention, folks, that the storytellers are in the building this evening. The way that you tell your stories, right? And the way that you allow your guitar to float over your voice or to flow with your voice, it's always amazing, right? Your songwriting is incredible. You said you're trying to go back. Well, there's a part 2 waiting to happen, right? So definitely, go and enjoy yourself and do all the things that Paris has to do and write a great song about it and bring it back to us. We will be ready and willing to listen. Thank you, sir, for doing what you do and sharing it with us. Coming up next, Brooklyn in the building. This incredible storyteller continues to come through with some of the just it's so graphic, but it's like Spawn, right? It's the kind of graphic that you just like, I need more of that. I need that work because she puts in work. The one and only Markencia is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. Always great to see you. Please take it away.
And find me here. The tree caught wind of me, all shackled, toiled, debris. Shaken I was in the depth of my animosity. I extended my arm to catch the truth and Genesis's forbidden fruit. We are all created in God's image. It has to have had been torn and burned in the Holy Scriptures. Otherwise, it would have had reinforced slavery as an evil to subdue, to behead, to drench in bloodshed. A handmade sliding tin wallet pocketed my freedom papers. Ordered by court, me, a beast, to fly on a leash. My eyes, hair, skin, scars, as witness and testimony to my newfound being, distinguished from fugitive or dangerous outlaw. Identification as assurance. Ha! Quite a contradiction, I'd say. At an instance, it can be confiscated, torn, burned, and me sent back into slavery or returned for monetary gain. I yearn for the freedom to stroll barefoot in the streets of Port-au-Prince and the wonder of my childhood home. I don't want to grow up and see you suffer in the arms of others and in the cycle of blood to blood trauma. I don't want to lose you. You are mine. Thank you.
Like when you say stuff like that, like that's how people just stick with you forever. Like, unmute yourself, give it up for Markencia.
Nicely done, Marcencia.
Where's the book? Where is the book?
Heard the priestess.
Really poignant piece, Markencia. And thanks for last week in the cipher when you imparted some of the sort of technique that informs your work, when you mentioned relying on some knowledge or studies of journalism. That really keyed me in to understanding your work, I think, in a much more specific way. Not that, not knowing that impeded my appreciation of it, but, when you get insight into how people work, it enriches your appreciation.
Without a doubt, Jedi Master, right? Once you kind of get a peek behind the curtain of how it works, it doesn't spoil it for you. It draws you in even more, right? Because then you want to know, like, how did you take that and turn it into that? Now I'm even more intrigued. So listen, your storytelling is one of the best. And I love how you go, in and out of tenses. Shaken I was, right? Like I just the cat who pocketed my freedom papers. A feast to fly on a leash. Like from what you shared, last week and the week before, when you were so, we could see the lights passing by in the hospital, to something like this. The scope of your work is incredible. Thank you for sharing it with us. Yo, I told y'all the storytellers are in the building this evening. Yo, check it out. There is another exquisite corpse poem rocking this evening. Trying to set it off. Let's see what we can come up with this evening. The link is in the chat. Ron will post it again. Jump in, 5 lines maximum. Jump in and share your energy to our latest exquisite corpse poem, and I will read it at the end of the night. Coming up next, listen. Listen, I told y'all the storytellers are in the building. This gentleman, a multi-published author, Scopiti. Gosh, he put me on game last week. He said, like, graffiti is 2-dimensional. Scopiti is 3-dimensional. Sick. He has another work on its way. Also, the author of The Bald Raven, the one and only Ike Waltz, is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Ike. It is always great to see you, sir. Please Take it away.
Well, you can find me here, like many others. And may I share the screen? And thirdly, I'm not sure if I've done this before, but here we go. Let me just Tonight, I am a full of myself ringmaster, presenting an unusual utilitarian model of the slit-fit chair. Ladies and gentlemen, senoras y senores, mesdames et messieurs, dami y gospoda, meine Damen and Herren, welcome, welcome to Circus Ego Maximus. As your ringmaster, I have the honor to present to you not an unfinished angelical harp, not even a guitar looking like a monstrosity of a future digital drum set, but a grand proposal nevertheless, the amazing, personalized, naked, slit-fit chair. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is a chair. Just look at it. Compare it. The design, probably the most uncomfortable chair ever. The design is based on that logic has nothing in common with pleasure. Typical every designer's dream is to design a chair which is unique, cheap, and above all, an unknowingly represented ego to be exhibited in Washington, D.C. at the Smithsonian. Rarely, if ever, the ideal sitting position on a chair is mentioned. After all, every rear end is unique. The naked slit-fit chair function, suitable for all sexes, is aligned with the naked rear end's slit shape, as a complexity of variable fashion would negatively affect the design. The prevailing notion is let raw flesh interface with pure design, hence starkest naked. Now, the ideal naked slit position is not only common to all of us humans, but also refers to the natural embodiment of the two adjacent naked cheeks. You may notice a visible crack bang in the middle of the booty. Thank God for that. By matching the ideal slit-fit chair to your personal slit silhouette, no one else will compete for its use, unless in rare occasions your slit silhouette is a discriminating match with somebody else's. In such a case, you may have found an irreplaceable partner for life and pay only half the price. Just imagine your naked booty is truly interfacing with a naked sculpture. You may close your eyes and feel like participating in the kiss by Rodin. You experience erotic ecstasy. At this point, all pain you may have endured by sitting on the naked slit-fit chair must have fizzled into euphoria. Hallelujah. Ladies, you may show off your hairy legs and display your sizable Kardashian buttocks, whilst your prized dude can get his balls squeezed in excruciating manner, driving tears of pleasure downhill the manly, rosy bearded cheeks, followed by a Jurassic roar. Meow. How about enjoying repeated playing of that musical chair? And then by maliciously offering your personalized slit-fit chair to an unauthorized, non-matching slit-exposed guest, you may rest assured that he or she will leave your lively party by demonstrating painfully squeezed knees. Ladies and gentlemen,
the amazing personalized naked slit fit chair design, manufactured and presented by none other than my ego and myself. Thank you, but really, yes, let me thank myself. Yes, the naked slit fit chair is for sale. So let me sniff your slit and take measure. Just bend over. I will do the rest. Measure by measure, we both have the pleasure to agree on a memorable time and an enjoyable delivery price. Yes, I do love applause. And now the slit fit chair book is out. Yet it got censored in Santa Cruz, California, and taken off the public bookshelf. On the other hand, promotion by Booktopia, the largest Australian bookshare store, they wrote, Eike pays homage to all the designers who attempt or complete a successful or failure of a sleek indoor-outdoor chair design. The slit-fit chair weaves together the lower back silhouette of a potential client with his or her personal God-given slit configuration. The slit-fit chair creates something entirely new as it only addresses your slit. Lightweight and durable, the slit-fit chair has a narrow, almost razor-sharp seat interface, targeting your personalized levels of pain tolerance on an historic level, and all made in the USA? Eike shares his approach to chair design that has been inspired by clean lines, details, graceful proportions, quality craftsmanship, and focus on function. Eike emphasizes that the natural beauty of materials is all the ornamentation a chair needs. This approach to chair design results in simple, graceful, well-constructed chair. When designing his chair, he also factors in cost and customer budgets. One of the advantages to this design approach is that the light, graceful lines are partially accomplished through the use of smaller or thinner detail. This helps keep material costs to a minimum and reduces labor. When reducing price and cost, Eike will never compromise the integrity of a piece. Learn his game-changing insight into chair design in his book. That's the end. Thank you.
So I don't know if we just experienced the documentary or was that a commercial? Like, that was an incredible poem. Just unmute yourself. Give it up for Ike. Whoa.
Yeah, I couldn't figure that out either. First, I have to say, like you've really been putting your satire on the top this past few weeks, and I find myself like laughing through all the way through these things. But that was such a superb satire, especially on American bourgeois consumerism, and this line about a Jurassic howl or what. I mean, and if you're looking for a market, I know a lot of fetishists who'd go for that chair.
Sounds like a lot of exquisite pain for me. Be careful where you sit. Be careful where you shit. Oh my God.
Like I said, exquisite pain. Like, yo, how you put that together, sir. And then with the visuals, you had the nerve to have the visuals on the screen. For me, what it automatically put me in the mindset of is the movie Seven, when they found gluttony. I just don't know, but that just when they walked up on it, it just seemed just like that. Um, but and that texture for me just made it even more because you went at the Smithsonian, right? Because you said every rear end is unique, right? Um, how you tell stories, sir, it's pretty incredible, and you have maintained that level of storytelling, and you continue with it in all of your work. And I am thankful that you continue to share all that new shit with us. For real, this cat's pen works, y'all. For real, appreciate you, sir. Truly. Shout out Queen Sheila. All right, coming up next, yo, this incredible artist right here, author of The Impromptu of Love and Music, had a lightweight flex a few weeks ago. It was like, oh, I go to this show and it's a live band and I get words from the audience and then I make a poem at the end of the night. This cat really puts in work. For real. He keeps surprising me, man. The one and only Ray Whitaker is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It's always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Thank you for that introduction. I appreciate being back. I was gone for a little while. I got two pieces for y'all tonight. And one is that I wish I had written back in the day in 1973, but Roger Waters and David Gilmour, Pink Floyd beat me to it. But here it is. Boom, 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 boom. Money, get away, get a good job with more pay, and you're okay. Money, it's a gas. Grab that cash with both hands and make a stash. New car, caviar, 4-star daydream. Think I'll buy me a football team. Money, get back. I'm all right, Jack. Keep your hands off my stack. Money, it's a hit. Don't give me that do-goody-good bullshit. I'm in the high fidelity first class traveling set, and I think I need a Learjet. Money, it's a crime. Share it fairly, but don't take a slice of my pie. Money, so they say, is the root of all evil today. But if you ask for a raise, it's no surprise that they're giving none away, away, away. And I want to dedicate that to the presidential cabinet of the United States. Now, this last one is one of mine, and it's kind of tongue-in-cheek, but it kind of goes along with Ike's stuff a little, maybe a wee bit. It's called Nirvana and Washing Recycled Freezer Bags. Wondering about the interconnectivity, all those 17 letters there, here on the grounds of context, seated on a vine-covered bench. Doing the drudge work, a universal blessing, like the old worn Afghan residing on the living room couch. So many quiet people, concerned, standing silently, yet moving forward in dynamic lives, still wash their underwear in suds. The skid marks will come clean. The awareness of a principled state ensures that we intuitively know which detergent to use. Thank you.
I've said before, common sense ain't as common as people think. Truly, it's not. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Ray Whitaker.
Point taken. Point taken. We intuitively know which detergent to use. Probably know that before we even know our ABCs completely.
Right.
It's
Especially if
good to
you've
be
ever
back.
been to the store with your parents. You already know, right? Don't come back with the wrong thing. I am truly guilty of that. Every time my mother would send me to get lettuce, I would come back with cabbage. Never failed. So I totally get it. I totally get it. Listen, the way that the money, like that was money, sir. As he said, they beat you to it. But the way that you presented money in this piece, it was just amazing, sir. I think I'll buy me a football team, right? Money, it's a hit. And that just struck me, right? Anyone who's ever been around music, you know, money is a hit, right? Because you can afford to have it in people's ears constantly. Um, in your second piece, you mentioned doing the drudge work. Nobody wants to do the muck. Nobody wants to be, you know, coming home dusty, stinky, smelly from doing the same thing. But that's the work that keeps the train moving forward. So thank you for mentioning that. Truly. Glad you're feeling better, sir. Always great to see you. Truly looking forward to your next work. Listen, as I mentioned, folks, the Exquisite Corpse poem is open. If you're feeling, wanting to get down with the community, please jump in. The link is in the chat. Jump in and add your energy to that mix. We have 4 poets on left on the guaranteed list, 2 on the good luck round so far. Probably 3 because the other outlaw just came in the building. Coming up next, Jersey in the building. This incredible artist right here, right? She comes through, and she just, she hits you with an MMA combo real quick. That is so just it just resonates, right? And it's you'll see why. The one and only Kayla's in the building. You'll see why. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you because of all the work that you do and continue to do with this, and just bringing that heat always. Right? Listen, I can hear it boiling already. Right? It's turning up already. It's coming to the front burner, y'all. Come on. It's great to see you, Kayla. Let these folks know where they can find you. Please
So
take it
I
away.
put my Instagram in the chat. I go by KD Poet, like Megan Thee Stallion. And I'm gonna read 2 poems today. So this one I actually wrote with, I don't know if you guys know about the organization Girls Right Now, but I'm a part of that organization. And we had to write a poem during a little program that we had. So this first poem is called I Bleed in Silence. I know period poverty like an empty pocket, like a school bathroom stall with no dispenser, like wads of toilet paper folded into makeshift dignity. I know the shame that isn't mine to carry, but they place it in my hands anyway, taught me to whisper tampon like a secret, like something dirty, something forbidden. I felt the weight of a dollar stretched thin, choosing between a meal and a pad, between comfort and survival, between being clean and being seen. They say the media sees me now, flashes my pain in headlines, posts my struggle in black and white ads where a girl cries over a red-stained skirt. They made me a tragedy, a charity, a moment, but never a movement. But I have been accepted in rooms where I can say menstruation without shame, where we hand each other pads like power, where we bleed and we don't apologize. Apologize to the natural me and make pads free. And that's my first poem. And my second poem is called A Room of Our Own. And it actually brought back the Women's Center on my campus at John Jay College because they took it away. And I did a poem at a town hall to bring it back. So it's called A Room of Our Own. And this is for Women's History Month too. Where does a woman go when the world locks every door but her cage? When the night becomes a question mark and the sidewalk whispers danger with every step? They say be strong, but how long must strength be our only refuge? How many times must our cries be dismissed as too loud, too much, too inconvenient? We are told to shrink, to fold ourselves into smaller versions that fit into their comfort zones. But we need rooms with walls that don't listen for gossip, that doors that don't swing open to judgment, corners where silence cradles us like a mother's embrace. We need spaces, not to survive, but to breathe, to exhale the weight of 1,000 shoulds, spaces where the mirrors reflect, not where we're supposed to be, but what we really are, enough. This world is heavy and we carry it all. The expectations, the burdens, the bruises from battles we never signed up for. We are told to juggle it all with grace while balancing on a thin edge of safety. But let me tell you what we need. We need sanctuaries not built from bricks and mortar, from trust, from kindness, from the unshakable belief that we deserve to be whole. Give us a room where we can cry without being called fragile, laugh without being told to lower our voices, rest without being labeled lazy, a space where our scars are not shame but stories, where our voices are not interruptions but symphonies. We are women. We are tired of apologizing for needing peace, for needing love, for needing to put the weight down just for a moment. So hear us now, not asking, but demanding. Every girl who hides her pain behind a smile, for every woman who has been told she asks too much. We need these spaces, safe spaces, sacred spaces, ours, because when we have them, we won't survive, we'll rise. And that's the poems.
You see what I'm
And that
saying?
poem brought my woman center back. So yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You see how poets do? You see how this one do? Coming through. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Kayla.
Ooh, that was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Those were really powerful poems. There's so many beautiful and punchy lines. Our voices are symphonies, not complaints, you know? Just thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Kayla, I think my daughter enjoyed it, but she won't say nothing.
Thank you. Sending love from Jersey.
For sure. Listen, you know, when you really dig into what you do, when you have a dedicated focus, you can move quite a few folks, right? Like you said, it you know made them change their minds or change direction. Um, Listen, this is the power, right? That you know you become the conduit, right? And you bring that power into your work, and it definitely comes through, right? Um, your first poem, as a father with daughters, it's pretty on point. Like I just love that whole sentiment, right? Folded into makeshift dignity, whispered tampon like a secret, make pads free. Like, listen, men don't have to deal with that, so it's not a priority. But make pads free. Just saying. Just saying. Um, and listen, that whole poem, that whole room of our own, it definitely is a mantra. It's a theme song. Um, Carry the bruises from battles we never signed up for. Like there are so many just quotables out of there. Continue to cultivate that really and share it every chance you get. Truly, really dope, really dope. Thank you for sharing it with us. All right. Coming up next, oh my goodness, we have heard this incredible artist all evening with his incredible insight and critique. But we also get the pleasure to hear his incredible work. This artist right here, our resident Gilgamesh, continues to come through and hold it down like a pillar that he has always been. The one and only Paul Skiff is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, Jedi Master. Please take it away.
Hey, hi. It's great to be here for everybody again. Another super addition here. Wanted to do three things. They're kind of short things, so I'm just gonna get running here. Let's see. Your human promise has geographic surface. I throw no one glance twice. How might I befriend the horizon? It is said this planet turns and moves forward, delivering us into its history. Yet as I age, I become transparent, view through myself apparitions of what even now I will not retain. Warm breath upon cold glass, I am here, then gone. City, antagonistic idea adopted from insects, where science and art are the dead, hallucinated by business. Laughter spoofs the death rattle. The smile is a cadaver of beauty. If one morning I in chance find my way abruptly clarified by a man before me who is unable to stand, unable to pronounce words or open a door, but still, I think our two mismatched smiles are the same life. Then, there, I will know love. This persistent disfigurement is my heart healed by the gorgeous around which I exist. And the second poem, oh, this is just kind of fun and spoofy poem. I want to filigree your plooch, razzmatazz your whoa, cornstarch the buttons on your deductibles, lubricate your envelope, slip recalcitrance over your vertical smile. Itsy bitsy spider your sacred mounds, polish the shy ivory of your one-key piano. My rigid digit wants to spelunk in search of your legendary up button. My porcine rail wants to loiter in your fragrant wallow. My abracadabra wand wants to get your bunny to jump. My ipso facto axle wants to be the rotating shaft in your drivetrain. My stiff recidivist wants to do another stretch incarcerated in your furry hoosgow. My stolid pharaoh wants to repose for eternity in your musty sarcophagus. My hale contestant wants to race in your lickety-split. My patriotic astronaut wants to reconnoiter deep among your unknown beyond. My ardent parishioner wants to call your slick sacerdote to pop up from the pulpit. My labial vacuum cleaner wants to hoover on the panic button that gets you to shout. I want to credential your expert hootenanny, filibuster your abstemious redundance, legitimate the pretensions of your whirligig, have a grand mal over your refrigerated synchronicity, flagellate the repugnant whirl speaking vertical in your emotional fugue, disrobe the jiggle of your twin jellos, exasperate the singular whoopsie of the exit portal that is your acrid nether shrine, smear gooey lingo joy upon your promiscuous audition. My valiant aviator wants to pull astronautical stunts with your ticklish landing strip. My exaggerated, hyper-masculine casualty wants to overcompensate with cathartic climax therapy in your lubricated padded tenderness cell clinic for wounded souls. My firm blimp wants to nuzzle your tumid wigwam. My political pariah wants to preside at your venerable government citadel. My hedonistic jibber jabber wants to waggle your chromatic dramatic sizzle. My wackalicious calisthenics want to be performed in your slippery sports palace. My voracious roadster wants to pull up to your fragrant takeout window. My higgledy-piggledy desires to whiplash your spectacular womp. My inebriating hemoglobin wants to hornswoggle your whoopsie-doo. But if you just fuck me the way you did last time, you will get exactly what I mean. And the last piece goes like this. Yeah, I killed myself before, and I'll probably kill myself again. Look at it this way. You can use me to get over your fear of ghosts.
That was not okay, sir. That was not okay. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Paul. Skip.
Dude, you came up with every single euphemism that exists and then told an awesome and short one. Those were both great.
Thanks, Maddie. Yeah, it's you do those kind of list poems. You have to slap yourself and say, time to stop.
Time to stop, yeah. I do the same thing. I'm like, I can't stop. That was fun.
Yeah, was that a list poem? I mean, it's very hard to keep up, and I'm thinking to myself, like, what is this alliteration? What is this? What is like it's crazy. And then, these crescendos, and then, words of like Beatrix Potter, and then you'll if you fuck me like that again. It was just this like a hard ass stop that was so unbelievable. So yeah.
Without a doubt, right?
Every
But listen, this is what our resident Gilgamesh does, right? He just continues to change up styles. I mentioned Finbell earlier, switching up styles and just giving you the entire plethora of their arsenal, right? Like the only thing he didn't hit us with this evening was singing, right? Because he chants kind of like Baba and Goma, right? But you're absolutely right, Elizabeth, how he just goes through so many different aspects in his work. Hence the reason he's able to give such incredible critique, right? And as you mentioned, Elizabeth, you have to be able to recognize in order to keep up with those different style changes, right? Just how he started with "As I age, I become transparent," right? To the second one, he says, "I want to razzmatazz your wow," right? I want to expert your hoot nanny, right? My inebriated hemoglobin, like what? I mean, and then of course, like she said, if you just fuck me like you did the last time, we'll blast off. Appreciate you, sir, for what you do and how dedicated you have been to it and continuing to do just that. Thank you. All right. Outlaws in the building. This next artist, shout out to the vets in the building, Semper Fi. This cat, moonlights as the razor blade that razor blades shave with. Mr. Trainwreck himself, the one and only CP Mays in the building. Yo, let these folks know where they can find you. So much going on. Shout out Swanye West. Shout out Double Dragon. So much, folks. You know what it is. Take it away.
Hello, everybody. Hello, world. I can be found on IG and Facebook at CP Mays. This Sunday, poetryglobalnetwork.com. I host my Bottoms Up open mic. I'll put the information in the chat. Global mic, super dope. People from all around come through. I'm going to try to capitalize on this little time I have. a poem I've always wanted to do here, so I had to abridge it and chop all kind of parts out, but I feel like it's still something. It's called Piano Player. The gorgeous girl tickling the keys on this piano in my pride is a petite fuchsia, porcelain-lipped, pursed sex pistol. She's where the wild things are. Mixed with car wreck, caution light smile, mixed with shooting star, you better fucking kill me, mixed with God, I have not yet begun to defile myself. I've made several mistakes in my life-scented skin. Smells like the last one-night stand she pulled off just to prove that loving herself is wrong. A new world hangs outside our healthy, high self-esteem isn't home at the moment, and I'm so scared that it never will be. It's buying another round of slurred speech, and I'm deathly afraid our always drunk off life is what's keeping my white light wasted. I'm a mixed drink special, mixed with hell, yeah, fuck you. I'm tired of being the afterlife of the party, mixed with you're gonna take me serious, lightning bolt like, listen here, lightning crack, don't you know, every time an I love you dies young, another paper cut is added underneath the shaved armpit of God. Addicted to goddammit life. Life isn't supposed to be this hard. Hard is a cliche. Keep your head up has heard way too many times before. We both were butterfly bit off bourbon life. Bourbon life. I need stronger painkillers. And in honest, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for arrogantly flying into conceited thunderstorms. Pissed off enough and pass out, black out drunk enough, call happily ever after's bluff. Hurricanes, New York, is where I will always be reborn in. She wants our skeletons to live and die as legends of the light bulb. Wants my skeleton keys to stop ignoring do not disturb signs dangling from the doorknob of her silent treatment. And I love you that was too young to take care of itself. It's hanging vacancy signs from its vagina in the hopes that a gentleman caller will leave a voicemail all across her face. I'll go anywhere you want me to just to watch the stars collide. Fuchsia, I'm as serious as a lonely straitjacket in need of someone comfortable to hold on to. I pen all my scripts on prescription pads for my part-time job is self-medicating. I have not yet begun to defile myself. My selfish is as serious as an I'm sorry if I smiled at you. Just don't jump ship and break tomorrow, y'all. I want to feel something sometimes. I think I'm dying here. Hold my halo. I'll be back as soon as I can. IV bag pump me full of bourbon before flashbacks of all the lovers that went wrong dehydrate me. I want an emergency room to make emergency room for my last legs to stand on fucking hurts. I'll go anywhere you want me to, just to watch the stars collide. Fuchsia, abridged version. Thank y'all.
That's not okay. Just to watch the stars collide? That's not okay, sir. Y'all crying. That wasn't me. That's not me. Unmute yourself. Give it up for CP Mays.
That was good.
Excellent. As always.
Yeah, I want to hear the unabridged version.
Yeah, I love the whole thing in this full version too. I'm like, oh, it's killing me not to do it. But yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah. I don't care how long it takes to cross that bridge. I've crossed bridges in hurricanes. Throw one of those in there too.
Fire.
You know, Maze, listen, you have a tendency to, you know, bring about a level of inspiration to folks that they didn't know that they were looking for, right? How you write your work, your suicide lines die every time. And I know that may seem strange for some of y'all for me to say that, but for what he does, his suicide lines die every time. Or kill every time, slay every time, however you wanna. But man, what you do, right? You're gonna take me seriously, lightning bolt, tattooed under God's God's shaven armpit. She's where the wild things are. Stop ignoring do not disturb signs. Listen, my part-time job is self-medicating, hanging vacancy signs from her vagina. Like, yo, you come from a place called Goddamn. Just saying. Yo, Outlaws in the building. That dude's ridiculous. All right. Coming up next, as I mentioned, Outlaws in the building. This incredible artist comes through with a type of work that you'd wish you'd heard long before you heard her. You're about to find out why. The one and only Maddie is in the building. I could give you all kinds of other stuff, but I'm just going to let Maddie do what she does. Let these folks know where they can find you, Maddie. It is always great to see you. Please take it away.
My goodness, I dropped my Instagram in the chat. Thank you for having me. Outlaws, yes. This is my abridged version of a poem I've been working to bits. It's still not under 3 minutes, but it's getting there. Love is a spell cast from the mouth of any man who can listen to me talk about my father without looking away. There's a desire path cut through me by someone else, but then myself, and then myself. I am my father's bloodthirsty warpath. I am my mother's forgiveness in the face of blood. I am a curse still trying to undo my corset. Love is a spell cast from the mouth. Love is a breath whispered into me that begs me to let it in. And beyond my star-struck gasp, this is any good father's worst nightmare. But my dad gave me Lolita for Christmas. I am enchanted by his same hands over and over again that don't ask but demand. And each gift horse since then, I think myself a charity. Love is a spell cast again and again till it hits the jugular. Love is cursed upon me and I to it, wished into my neck like a fistful of pissed off coins down a well. I beg one wish to stick as my eyes roll back, but my ears ring copper and stagnant water. And to this day, I am saying God's name, not his, when I finally get there. After all, I'm nickel. I lose me in there, gasping and blue under the hand of a brutal love. I glass slipper myself into the ballroom stairs. I chip the kneecaps of my inner child till she kneels. I always beg like a street dog, hollow in the ribs, gut me. Love has always only gutted me. I fall in love and then I think I know I must be empty. But something goes wrong at the execution. Medusa, as if I'm not the well these men come wishing in. Like I'm not spitting up life and light in such abundance that my charisma isn't maxed out. Like I'm not a green thumb. Bomb my lead back leather jacket, save my marbles for a game. I'm here to dance, but cut the music and shoot me up with ink. I want to be used like a gun. I wanted him to be the one so bad. I drove him to my father's house just to see if he'd know what to do when I never had an answer key in the first place. I don't know what to do with all this grief and filth and death I grew up into. I don't know what to tell you to do to me, to make the slipper fit. So afraid I will die alone, I stay through my own drowning every time. I got a belly full of salt now in my father's shadow, begging incest, forgive me. My whole family eats my darkness as if I did not need to be entirely heaven sent by source itself to survive my father's night. I eat death whilst writing about the light in these poems as if it were a good joke I heard once, so casual. Meanwhile, it catches the soles of my feet, trying, begging to lift me up by the bruise itself. Whatever scarred you up best, you look so hot in it. Begging, as I pray on my knees, ready for the whip. Call me daughter, call me a bad girl, call me still small enough to be forgiven. For my shovelfuls of dirt in the mouth, for my skin that I still call sacrilege. I want to die with someone's name stuffed in me, all mine, but not choke on my own tongue this time. But love has teeth, and where's your father's cologne? Either way, any way you carve my God into me, out of me, I'm still starving for a cut. Stuck down here on earth with the beasts just as hungry as me. I don't care. You're the bear, you're the best. Let's hear it for all the seasons, all of which challenge me to wake up, thaw out again, and find something alive to eat. Home.
Like, we are just striving to find air to breathe after you do that. I'm just saying. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Maddie.
You know, everybody should be so fortunate as to have that clear of access to their own insights about, how they process and see their condition, because, that's a very, very, and everybody who does that, I celebrate you all. It takes a level of fearlessness and honesty to do. But it's so difficult to get to the level of clarity where you can really see the essence of those things that are, kind of the things you see in the mirror that are telling you it's not over, but you still want to get away from them.
I like the way you go about like I personally think it's easy to write the man-hating poem where all you do is say I hate, I hate, I hate, I hate. Or to write the love poem. It's hard to write the love poem that you never mentioned the word love or heart, like those challenges or whatever. But like you went about this thing with your father, and like Skip said, like the perspective switch of looking inside and then using a verbose language to convey that, not normal language terms. That's it's fucking impressive. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm with that. It's that heightened language. I think, that's in a large part where the clarity of your vision comes, right? Because we all need tools to get into ourselves, right? We all need these tools to be able to really handle ourselves. And sometimes it just comes down to having the skill and the fearlessness to use that heightened language to get through to it. That yeah, Maze, thanks for that insight.
Thank you.
Even though it wasn't
For sure. For sure. Listen, when artists come through, right, with that level of work, there's so many shadows that are cast behind the words, right? And you just have to, you know, listen. And then this is why I believe it's important to hear from your colleagues, right? Because as writers, we feel a certain way as we are, putting them on the page, projecting them on the page. But then how they're felt by other artists just lets you know that you're cutting deep enough, right? On the page, you know what I mean? Your scalpel is sharp enough to, implant the things that you need to implant into the page to make sure it stays exactly where it does. What you do, Maddie, is just, it's so uniquely you, right? Like you said, if you can listen to me talking about my father without looking away, right? A fistful of pissed off coins going down a well. I eat death while writing about the light. Begging incest to forget me, forgive me. That is the work, folks. We have fun writing about themes and, all these beautiful things and sunshine and summer and all that. We'll get to some of that stuff soon, but that's the work. It's the poem that needs to be written, not the one that you just enjoy writing, because the work that you need to put in does not feel all that good, but it's necessary. Appreciate you, Maddie, for what you do, for coming through this evening and putting in that work. Real. Shout out Miko in the building. Real. Of course, of course, sir. So you just hang tight. Have it ready. So we have reached the end of the guaranteed list, folks. Listen, we got about 30 or so. I'm going to read our exquisite corpse poem for the evening, and then we will get to our good luck round. Truly, truly thankful for all of you who are, comfortable and confident enough to add to our exquisite corpse poem this evening. The question was, what is freedom? Freedom is the ability to say, I don't wanna, while sitting pretty and avoiding the drama. On paths to paradise, on beaches that glisten from space, how can you navigate dreams when false gods seed clouds with greed? Living with such dollar discrimination, dreaming of the better place where breathing is easy and friends aren't sleazy. Freedom is something that we fight for. The blood is being shed so that the children of tomorrow won't live in peace and love instead. Self-respect, standing up in the middle of all the forces that want to make you think less of yourself. Refusing to be known as a color, holding each other as a blend in vision, where all move towards the better space, reaching into the depths of the experiences, we move as one. Chemical imbalance, they say. Treatable, like the sugar, unicycle, and insulin, unmoved by sharp tongues, deeming me even more insane for not giving a damn. It's the echo of a laugh that shatters silence. The ink spilling from a pen, unchained, untamed. It's the space between breaths where anything can begin. Thank you all for doing what you do to make that what it was. Unmute yourself and give it up for each other. This is what this is about, y'all. Truly. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
That's
Thank
all
y'all for
right.
that. Really. Thank y'all for that.
One voice, one voice.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's what makes communities, y'all, is being on one incredibly creative accord. Thank you to everyone who contributed to the exquisite corpse poem this evening. Let's get to the good luck round. Coming up first, this cat right here got the baby in the screen all the way out in Wisconsin. I like to call this cat the captain of the street team because he puts in work, right? President of the Poet chapter in his area, the one and only I Inspiration in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It's always great to see you, man. Come on, take it away.
You can find me annoying my daughter at any possible chance I get.
Be quiet.
Whether here or there or over there.
Be quiet, Dad.
But you can find me right here as much as possible.
At CLLSBSAL.com, 414-236-9233 on Facebook or Instagram.
Well, all right then. Just put all my business out there like that, huh? But It ain't no lies, lies, or lies.
Gosh, I've been.
Here comes the poem. It's called Lies. Why do people want to waste my time with lies? Why? Having me screaming at the sky, asking God, why? Why you send me these people all the time? Why? What did I do? Oh, I know. It's because when I was growing up, I told a lot of lies too. Huh. I eventually learned, though, that I don't have the time nor the memory to lie. So I learned to be an honest asshole to the point where people will respect it too. Lord, I came to you as I am. You said you forgave me. What are you doing? Are you lying to me too? I give people the word. I help when I can. Sometimes I help even when financially I shouldn't. In some cases, when most people wouldn't. See, that's the problem with being a believer. When you believe in someone else, you never have control of the situation. All you have is faith and hope that one day they'll do what they say. Then, that one day, it comes when they ask for you to trade in your faith for trust. So you put them to the test and see if they can fly. Yet, it just turns out to be just another lie. Why? Why do people want to waste my time with lies? Why? If you're so damn good at lying, take your ass to Hollywood, become an actor or a video hoe and get paid that way. Just leave me alone. Stop wasting my time with your lies. Become a politician. They seem to lie all the time. Your pathological lying to empty promise having ass will fit in just fine. Just stop wasting my time with all your lies. I'm gonna pay you that money I owe you. Lie. My uncle has a job for you on the side. For real, dog? Lie. I've been clean. I ain't doing shit. I'm straight, dog. Lie. 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 That's why your UA was dirty and you're doing time. Because you a lie. You a sick motherfucker. You even had your 5-year-old daughter lie. Boys lie about being men. Girls lie about being women. Broke motherfuckers, oh, they just lie about all the Benjamins. Once again, my people minutes, they're getting low. My tolerance, it's getting lame. So fuck you and your rats. I'm standing with my lions in this motherfucking game. My inspiration. Poet!
Oh, this cat just came through. It just kicked in the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was inspiration. Don't hurt me no more. Unmute yourself. Give it up for our inspiration.
I don't know where yours is at. I want to get on too.
I just need a copy of that I can throw to everybody who always lies to me.
That definitely has to go in the book.
Oh, for sure.
My daughter wants to do her poem.
I'm not doing. You reading it.
No,
I'm too tired. Fake. I'm too tired. You lucky I woke up.
This child.
Like,
All right.
Listen, we gonna get there. We gonna get there. We gonna get there, young queen. We gonna get there. Trust and believe. But listen, everyone in this community didn't have a true poet to listen to like that, right? To be right there within arm's distance, right? Of a true poet that can show you what poetry looks like and what poetry feels like and what it tastes like to write real poetry, right? Yeah, it's annoying, you know what I mean? Your dad is just, yeah, he's big and he's loud and he's annoying, but he loves you. He loves you, and he is not afraid to show how he loves you and your mom. So make sure you love him for that. He said, I wasn't good with lying. My memory wasn't that good, so I learned to be an honest asshole. Like, that's just real deal. That's just real deal. When they ask you to trade in your faith for trust, that's rough, man. And then the most scandalous shit you said. Even when cats have their own 5-year-old daughter lie for them. That's just scandalous, bro. It's reality. It's just scandalous. Appreciate you for what you do, man, and staying dedicated to what you do and how you do it, man. It's necessary. Appreciate that work. All right, coming up next, shout out to educators in the building. This incredible artist right here comes through with just that work, man, like that chalkboard work, man, because listen, it's going to get on your hands and it's probably going to stay there for a minute. The one and only wall poet is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It's always great to see you, man. Come on, take it away.
Always great to be here. You can always find me at Wall Poet 82 on IG. I got a piece for you. All right. This one's called The Evolution of the Pen. So have you ever wondered how writing originated? Because I know I have, and I know that I read somewhere that the ancient Sumerians of Mesopotamia were first in creating a form of written communication, but it wasn't until the ancient Egyptians that an alphabet was created. And you might be thinking, I already learned this shit in social studies, or I don't need another history lesson, fam. But stay with me, because 20 years ago, I discovered a foreign language that kind of resembled poetry, but to me it was so much fucking better because it combined elements of hip hop, theater, and comedy. And somehow this language attached to my soul like a symbiote. And the mastery of this language allowed me to join forces with artists and troublemakers who also use words to captivate crowds and liberate minds. Some call it slam or spoken word. I just call it speaking directly from the soul. And this was when I frequently penned poems and poetry journals that I carried around and protected as if it was the Holy Grail while bouncing back and forth through the city like a steel ball in a pinball machine. However, now instead of using a poem, I just use my index finger to rapidly stimulate my phone screen until letters come across the screen and form into poetic structures that then erupt with words flowing like lava, then bouncing rhythmically like musical notes, initially sounding flat until achieving the most perfect pitch, like a guitar with freshly tuned strings. But that's the present. In the future, I often wonder how will writing keep evolving, because often I do think that it may just all turn into artificial intelligence, which chooses words for us through algorithm science in a database. Or what if we all have to rely on telepathy, then record stories through symbols like the alien creature for some of my favorite sci-fi movies, which we kind of like moving forward, but then taking a step back, I guess. Will we even need poets or the magic of creativity? And will I even need to continue my writing ritual while I listen to Kid Cudi and Sublime while drinking an IPA and sweatpants and my favorite Bob Marley t-shirt for inspiration? I'm not sure, I guess, because however I write, I just want to make sure that 20 years from now, I am still writing, slamming, and dreaming. And I want to make sure that creativity is valued like a precious pearl found at the bottom of the ocean. And I want to make sure that there are still people hungry for knowledge and self-expression, and that I'm still using my writing as a tool to combat even the most crippling depression, and not letting the repression of thoughts and creativity ever bring me to the point of thinking that this is an essential part of life, because to me it is. And one day this writing thing may just be all that we've got. Home. Thank you.
Oh, yo. And if you can't find anybody else, even if you can, make sure you plug in with this cat, because he's got the work and the inspiration in his work. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Wall Poet.
All right, Walt.
Good job, brother.
Yeah, I feel like I just rode in a 358 engined up truck around a fast track in like 5 minutes. Man.
Oh, the adjective.
Thank you.
For sure. For sure. Like how you do what you do. Right? And listen, this cat, again, shout out to educators, because this cat just works, right? He puts in the work to also help the next generation be better, right? I call it speaking directly from the soul. You're right. Like a guitar with freshly tuned strings. Freshly tuned strings. Like, listen, you'll catch a few blisters with those, especially if they're new too. Oh my gosh. Thank you for that texture that you put into it, right? He said whether it's writing, slamming, or dreaming, I'm there for all of that, right? Thank you for that. And I truly hope that you are sharing that with your students, because they need to hear their educators being that dope at their work. All right. So Got a few folks left on the good luck round, but coming up next, before we get to Mrs. Good Luck round, I mentioned the next generation, and we are going to make sure that we make time for the next generation to get down. Coming up next, all the way from Wisconsin, we have a new voice in the building. Make sure y'all show your love for Nova is here. Come on, Nova. Let these folks know where they can find you. Welcome to the greatest community in the world. Please take it away.
No.
Come on. You can do it.
No, I fucking can't. Baby girl, don't you know? Baby girl, don't you know? Don't you worry. I got you. Care. Baby girl, don't you worry. I got you covered. Covered. Don't you be sad. I'll be there for you. Baby girl, don't you worry. When things get tough, you can talk to me and stay. Yeah, stay. Don't know what someone says. When things get tough, you can talk to me for hours. You can always cry on my shoulder. Just don't worry, baby girl. Just like you was talking for me, don't try to be like someone else. Be like, yeah.
Don't try to be like someone else.
Don't try to be like someone else. Be like yourself. Remember, you used to
Walk around.
found the time for hours. Remember, you used to go outside and talk to someone. Remember, you used to talk to someone. Remember, you used to walk around in the pond. What happened to Emily? Is she getting any better? I hope. Emily, what happened to Emily? I hope. Like, when is she getting better? You read the rest.
Well, you got it.
No.
Come on.
No.
Can I talk to you, Emily? I just want to talk to you about Justin. He's not doing better. He's about to go. I said it'll be okay if you need somebody to cry on. Just cry on my shoulder. Everything will be all right. Remember, you got me to talk to, your best friend, Mariah. I will help you. I'll help you out through thick and thin. Just remember all the fun we had with him. Emily, everything will be all right. Justin is in a great place now.
It's not always easy. It's not always easy spitting that truth, but it's necessary. Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Nova.
You're like better than like 60% of the planet, like who are deathly afraid to read at all.
Definitely.
And you're reading to the entire globe right now. You're reading for people overseas. Like, you did phenomenal. Don't doubt that.
Come on.
All I'm gonna say is we love you, poet. Every single time. We love you, poet.
I respect the message.
This is only the beginning. Keep
Yeah,
going.
you have a handle on it, girl. Just relax. And it's like Elemental and CP talking about coming to terms with self-disclosure, It takes courage, and you got to trust the people listening to you, and believe me, everybody here is all about trust for people who come and just want to honestly be themselves and do who they are. That's all you have to do here is just be yourself. Thank you.
That part.
Yeah, he's talking to you.
Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Like, I don't know how many times that you've heard that, but just be yourself. If not anywhere else in the world, be yourself in your creative art, right? Hence the reason you got all these people right here, right? You may never know all of their real names, but you see the names on the screen, that is who they really are. I like to call them matrix names. They call them stage names or nom de plumes. However, right, I like to call them matrix names because this is our real world, right? The other mess that we do, yeah, you got to be plugged into this is the real world right here. So embrace that. Embrace what a Nova is, right? I heard somebody told me that somebody's had a name that sounded like Nevaeh. And I'm just saying, like, if you look at that, then you probably know where your focus should be. Just saying. Just saying. Keep your eyes on the stars. Continue to do what you do. You're dope. Welcome to the greatest community in the world. We're looking forward to hearing from you again. Believe it. All right. Coming up next, as I mentioned, Mrs. Good Luck Round in the building. This incredible artist, whether she's down the path, whether she coming through right with the songs, like for real. This artist is incredible. She continues to come through and share some incredible work. Listen, prepare yourself for the one and only Elizabeth Horan in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, man. Please take it away.
Hi, everyone. Thank you very much. Nova, that was super. There's nothing more I love more than, hearing like somebody younger get involved and step out on that limb, and that's scary. And like a first public reading, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but you did amazing and you should be so proud. And we're thrilled to witness you and hear you. So thank you for doing that and trusting us to listen. So I think what I'd like to do, could you take him, please? Um, I'd like to go on the Plath path tonight. I have some good news, which is my Plath book, which is called Just to the Right of the Stove, recently just got picked up again and is going to be republished, because a very hard thing that not all authors know or have been through is like you get a book published and you're like, yeah, that's so amazing, that's so great, and then they'll drop you. I mean, you get an email, they're like, well, your book hasn't sold in a year, it's coming off the catalog, and you're just like, okay. And that can be so hard and devastating. It really can, after you've put so much into it and it's your baby that you sent out there. Anyway, so I'm celebrating that it's going to be back available, and I'll let you guys know when. But so I'll just read a few from it in celebration. Thank you. And this one is called Broken Brain Out. Double trouble. What is it like to be so wonderful? My dirt track, my scum puddle, flea-ridden, rip scab, eat muscle, drink blood. Synapse broke, swing rope, elation not due nor heaven sent. After prayer and kneel on confetti rice, after trees fall in slick dark night, when turkeys lay red eggs and days feel of smite. Hold advice, hold waist, arms, teeth, and tight. And this one is called So Lush, the Dystopian Eden. I cannot mother them. I can mother them. I cannot keep alive. I must keep alive. This joker face plastered white with cherry bombs, sickening sweet. Taste the hive invites you in. The rotten eyes swell like briefs. Looking at you reminds me of my father. He would say, act right, daughter. And you say, act right, wife, mother. Yet you act like a sphincter, tightening, relaxing at all the wrong moments. Like when I spilled my vodka on your sister's dress, then screamed, "Oh, go fuck yourselves." You smiled calmly and said, "Relax, it's just that time of the month again." But when I held the children, as you fucked the night away, you came home a Hitler and blasted the youth despite their bluest eyeballs, and my pubic hair has as much blonde potential as hers. And then this is the title piece. I was wishing Cece was here because I wanted him to hear this, but I'll share it with him a different way. Just to the right of the stove. You are so brilliant. That million filament line, the gold baby, all the teeth. How do you know those words, the death? I've a call, you know. I once wrote that. You should remember, if anything, that. You have 2 boys, yes? Yes, 2 boys, yes. May I ask about, do you think about it? Think about what? Think about the oven, of course. I mean, not Auschwitz. The little one, she said. Changing subjects. Do you have a Ted? She interrupts me more than I had previously considered. Kind of. I have a Joshua. Does he take your words and eat them? No, not yet. Well, he will. You will learn by watching me. If I cook the words out of my head, there will be nothing left for supper now, will there be? No, there won't be, but the babies? What of the babies? She lunges towards me. You know that they will be better off without me. You said that yourself, remember, so adroitly? I did, I guess. I didn't mean it like that. Elizabeth, let me ask you something. Are you a real poet, or are you one of them? Aren't you hungry for fire, for hair, for paternal flames, too scared to be like me? I thought so. Just a mediocre woman. The oven is hot. Time for me to go. I hold her by her hips and resist until her trousers pull down and her panties scratch off, and I scrape at her thin hips. They are so white, so purpled with sad words. My nails are down to the quick, lost talons in her paper skin. I lose a shoe. I knock out my tooth upon the door of the stove. I curse the melting derma, her rotting face, her useless cave, the Luftwaffe, the gobbledygoo. I swear off her daddy and mine, too. Sandy, blood, flowers, and goddamn enjambment type, heaving insides of words, crisis debtors of isolation, deep pulse brain therapy, 2-week poems in 2 days as she goes, she goes, she goes. I hover, unsure what to do. I notice a pen hanging from a string attached to a clipboard. Take your meds has been scribbled above the grocery list, just to the right of the stove. Thank you, Ron. That's the cover of the upcoming.
You're welcome, Elizabeth. I'm going to keep that up for a few seconds. Congratulations on republishing
See,
it.
listen, you see, this is what I show load of RT. Listen, unmute yourself. Give it up
Thank
for
you,
a
Ron.
horror.
All right, so I have a question. Didn't Sylvia Plath, she put her head in the stove, that she committed suicide that way, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I picked up the reference in that. That's a biting poem. Like it's got
Yeah, she
all,
sure did.
yeah, I dig it.
She did that and with her 2 toddlers in a bedroom, shut in a bedroom and did that. Yeah.
You paint a beautiful picture. I know it's dark. I know it's kind of it can be uncomfortable, but like you do a good job with it. And I think it's your pace and your presence and the way you let all the readers, I'm sorry, all the listeners soak up the adjectives and the topography of the poem.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was one of the most textured poems I've heard you do. There's so many different facets to it.
That's the word, texture.
And come on, Elizabeth, you act like a sphincter. I'm gonna be using that phrase to every jerk I run into.
Yo, she said, if I cook the words out of my head, what will be left for supper? Right? She said her face, plastered white with cherry bombs. You act like a sphincter. She said you came home a Hitler. Holy what? What the shit? Okay. Um, she also said my pubic hairs has just the same amount of blonde potential as hers. Listen, this is why she is known as Mrs. Good Luck Round, because she comes through in the Good Luck Round and just owns it, just demolishes all of it. Thank you for doing what you do. Again, this is why I say, folks, when I introduce her, whether she's on the path or not, she comes through with the work. And then, proof is in the pudding, for real. Thank you, Elizabeth, for doing what you do. All right. I'm not sure if Sidekick is getting down. Hit me and let me know. But we are going to go to one of our resident closers in the building, Mr. Snap into a Slam Jam himself. This incredible artist right here, man, look, he runs his own show. He puts on his own slam. This cat is dedicated to the work that we do, whether it's competitive or just putting in the work of his own, always ready to come off the top rope on you with a good old-fashioned clothesline. The one and only Dre Reyes is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It's always great to see you. Dre, come on, man. Take it away.
Well, thank you for having me. Great to be a part of another awesome Thursday night here. Just want to take some time to say hello. You can find me on Instagram at DreRay90 or at the numeral one, Slam Jam. But real quick, I just want to throw in a group chat a couple events that I'm going to be hosting or co-hosting this Saturday. We got the Slam Jam, an open mic and a slam workshop, and we got special guest coach Dr. Z Page, and that's going to be absolutely fire. The following day, Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, there will be a one-round poetry slam called Quill and Kill. So bring your best poetry, shoot to kill, and winner will go on to compete in Go for Blood, which is a poetry slam, a prize poetry slam that will be held the following Sunday. And next Friday, lastly, I'm going to be hosting a hybrid open mic in Manchester, New Hampshire at the Bookery, and we're going to be having Mark Liffman as our special guest feature. So this will be the first time I get to book a feature for a live show I'm doing, so I'm excited. I'm thrilled that it's Mark Lippman. Check him out if you haven't already. Now, let's get on to the poetry. I was going to do something different initially, but after hearing Nova earlier and just feeling kind of like motivated to throw this out. So here's Word Junkie. Also, shout out to Ken Griffey Jr. My name is Andres Reyes, and I am an addict. I'm addicted to the feeling of pen on paper, juicy words that the page will savor, creating poetry that influences radical behavior. You see, when it's a passion, it's never a labor. So let's take artistic expression straight, no chaser, and scream the eternal cries resting within Mother Nature. May all of our poems be star-destined prayers that become future lifesavers to the ones who may be our future engravers. Yeah, I'm addicted to poetry. I'm addicted to community, the feeling of unrivaled unity, achieving spiritual immunity, not feeling like a minority, the wonderful souls and personalities where every day is a ceremony, a celebration of our humanity. I'm addicted to the energy of I'm addicted to the energy of comfortably showing vulnerability, relaying hurts into healing creatively, and relaying that to a frequency from minds to throats to technology to the world around me, with the hope that maybe my words can provide some validity in someone's reality. Yeah, I'm addicted to poetry. The ability it gives me. Excuse me, let me just take that back. I'm addicted to poetry. Can you feel me? My system refuses to make antibodies for the creative bug that embodies all of me. I'm addicted to poetry and the ability it gives me to be a little wild, to be a little crazy, pushing language to its boundaries to see what it could be for shits and giggles and scientific theory. I'm addicted to poetry and the spiritual liberty it brings to me. I am a word junkie whose only fix is poetry. Again. My name is Andres Reyes, and I am an addict, for there is no high in the world that compares to spoken word. TOOM, thank you for having me.
I mean, spoken like a true junkie. They say it takes one to know one, and damn it, I know a few. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Dre Reyes.
All right. Excellent, brother. Excellent. And Nova went to sleep, but I'll show it to her later.
Yeah.
For sure.
The poem.
That's dope, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. You know, there's just so much in the work that you put in, Dre. You know, I love the fact that you continue to bring so much of your energy to what you do, right? Like you really do your passion good. And he said, when it's a passion, it's never labor. And that is so very true, right? There is no high like poetry. But it takes a poet to know that, right? It takes an artist to get lost in their artwork to know that that is freedom to them, right? Yeah, that's just work, sir. Again, that is the work, right? Understanding that you're a word junkie and being totally cool with it and continuing to feed that junkie the work that it needs. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. All right, folks, we have reached the end of the evening. I haven't gotten any more requests for the good luck round. So, prepare yourself for the cipher this evening. We'll jump into the cipher this evening. All right. Listen, it has been such an amazing night. I honestly never know what you're going to do with these themes, but you always do amazing things, and I thank you for it. Make sure you are plugging in with all the things the New Eurekan Poets Cafe has going on. Make sure you connect with each other. Continue to learn from each other. Continue to inspire each other, right? Continue to follow everyone. Continue to help the greatest community in the world continue to grow. I'm thankful for all of you. Make sure you are staying tuned for the cipher this evening. We're going to end the night like this until we meet again. May this energy we conjured this evening supercharge the rest of your week. Take this power, inspire others, energize creativity as we all hope to do through the spirit of Miguel Agarin. Your voice is appreciated, necessary, and always valuable in this space. Thank you for sharing it with us. Never forget, cowards get buried here, and we reclaim our strength through our fearlessness. On behalf of the greatest community in the world, it has truly been a pleasure spending Thursday night with y'all. Till next week, peace.